Hey guys, welcome to another Magic the Gathering uh Commander 21 Precon deck upgrade. Still trying to working name. Still gotta figure it out. Today we are doing the Lorehold Legacy uh Precon deck. And this one was like artifact based. So we fiddled around with um stuff here and there. I changed cards around. Basically, what we've always been. Let me rate really quickly. Let's switch. Um, so first and foremost, the commander that we are going with is Oscar. I'm gonna call him Oscar. The Reconstructor is a 4 mana, cost 4 mana, two colorless, a white and a red. For 4/4 giant artificer. He has vigilance, two abilities. The first one is one pay one, sacrifice an artifact, target creature +2/+0 until end of turn. And then his second ability, kind of like the main that you're always kind of going for. X, tap him, exile an artifact card with mana value X from your graveyard. Create two tokens that are copies of the exiled card. Only activate that as a source. So there are a lot of artifacts. Some creatures, some non-creatures. Right. I'm gonna just separate. You know what? I'm gonna separate the creatures into two piles. Normal creatures, um, and then artifact creatures. I should have done this before, and I did. We'll go over some I put and yeah, kind of do like how we've trying to figure out what stuff that I not see, but remember of lightning creatures. But that hope everyone's been enjoying the I'm still trying to see, but I am enjoying. And as with the other two, I a lot of the deck building suggestions from the command zone about most of the cards um that they suggested. There are some that I kept because I thought as much as they were making it out to be, but Walker. Thought I did. Boom, boom. I hope everyone's doing. So let's play coming ish. Don't actually know. I'm gonna be not super sure when they're coming back. Hoping within the next couple weeks. I do want to still play Crash Bandicoot for the Let's Play. I've been avoiding it, playing it on my own, just because I did intend to play as a let's play it right away. Okay, a whole lot of instances. We'll go through the artifacts first, or after the land, just because artifacts are a big part of this. Cool. So basically here, some of the cards that they put in were some of the artifact land furnace, the dark steel citadel, um, that was artifact land. So I think you actually exile one of these lands to get 2 copies of the lands. So you could, my understanding, you could um discard these, exile them, and they get 2 copies of it. So there is a weird way. There is a slight mana ramp with this. It's not very reliable, but it is possible. Ramp with in terms of colorless mana, not too much more. You got Phyrexia's Core, Temple of the False God, Slayer Stronghold, Sunhome Fortress Legion, Exotic Orchard Landscape. And you got the Cycle Lands, Forgotten Cave. In terms of new lands, so the only lands that Boros Garrison, Campus, Battlefield Forge, Grand Tower, and the Temple of Triumph, Triland. The 2 lands I did put in, which I think I took out the Rogue's Passage and the Study Hall. I think that's I put in the Spectator Seating from Commander Legends, which is the comes into play untapped if you have 2 or more opponents, which I generally always do. So there's that, and I also put in the Needle Verge Pathway and the Killer Verge Pathway. The red white photo face. So in terms of land, that's all that we got. Pretty much kept to the same mana base except for those 2. Okay, and now we kind of get to the main core of the deck, which is artifact. Um, artifacts before artifact. So some of the suggestions that the command zone takeout was Alibo, Witness, Boros, Locket, Unstable Obelisk, Kite Igniter, Horrid Smelter Dragon, Sanctum Gargoyle, Nalar, Dorkady the Prevailer, and Rip Apart. Here's the thing. So I did keep Jorkady just because I kind of thought he was I can get this guy. He's got the 5 mana 5/4 warrior with first strike, and he's got Metalcraft, and it says go get +3/+0 as long as you artifacts. So their whole thing on the command zone was that you don't go wide with this. Like, kind of do though. I feel like you kind of do. There are some times that so I kept him in because I just kind of felt like there's always going to be artifacts on the on the battlefield. Why not have it? Again, that's just a personal choice. That was just some of their suggestions to include in the deck was the Talisman of Conviction, which I think, well, I mean, it's the Boros Talisman. Someone that deals with the Boros Signet, Thran Dynamo, Lightning Green, Goblin Welder, Goblin Engineer, Phyrexian Triniform, Sky Scanner, Mishra's Bauble, and then Tome of Legend. So out of all of those, Lightning Green I did put in, and I believe got the Mishra's Bauble. Anything else, I just so, in terms of what I did, artifacts, I don't think I added. Did add the did add 4 artifacts in some of the artifacts that some of the more notable ones: Arcane Signet, Soul Rings. The Archaeomancer's map is probably like the coolest artifact that they've kind of printed out. It's really good. So, but yeah. So some of the artifacts that I put in was the lightning, the Boros Signet, and I did add the Ember. Um, you know, like I said, the command zone kind of felt like this deck didn't go wide. I felt like given the right cards, you probably can go wide. So I did include the Embercleave. Embercleave are good. For those of you unfamiliar with from Throne of Eldraine, it is 4 red, the legendary artifact equipment that has flash, and the spell costs 1 less to cast for attacking. So tag with 4 creatures, costs 2 red to cast. Pretty simple. It's a really, this is kind of like a staple in mono red for kind of how it works. And then when it enters the battlefield, you attach it to target creature control. So you flash it in, attach it. The creature gets +1/+1, double strike and tramp. Then it has an equipped cost of 3. So I play mono red a little bit in standard, not too much, but just kind of when I need to fill some deep on. You know? I think Embercleave is a solid card. I think it kind of works for what's going on in this. Can't Unfortunately you can't copy it with um Oscar. Like you can, but you only get one because of the legend, right? So that's the only really downside that you like. Yeah, you can exile it and get it back, kind of thing, but you know, um, you'd have to exile it to get a copy of it. So, uh, so there are those. Let me now let's kind of go through the artifact. I did. I think I kept all of them as far as I added any. Not that I'm gonna look through them just to kind of see. I don't think I did. All of these came. Uh, like all of these came with the Burnished Heart is Mana Ramp, Pilgrim's Eye, Land, Silence and Welcome gets the land. Um, Ruin Grinder is almost kind of like a optional Wheel of Fortune. Um, Overseer can be good. Bosch is good. Triplicate Titan, kind of just like the Phyrexian. When it dies, you get uh 3/3/3. Uh, Hellkite is always solid. So not too much straying away from the artifact. Uh, Again, fits with the theme. You can exile something, get 2 copies of it. It's one of the get a land ones. Boom. That's okay. Let's go into I don't think I added too much. Out I did take out some of the ones they kind of looking for them like I put too many in. I did throw in Bellamachus, which is 5 colors, red and a 5/5 Elder Dragon, with flying, vigilance, and attacks. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Cast an instant sorcery spell with mana value less uh, power from among them without paying its mana. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So yeah, this deck really isn't super good towards instant, but you know that's okay. Still cast one if you find one. The only reason I did put this in, honestly, was because I did put this in set boost, so I did have access to it. So I was like, sure, let's throw in. But this deck's got some good creatures. Sun Titan is always liked. Never put in a lot of decks. I don't really think I actually. Um, but pretty cool. Really like it. Felon the Third Path copy throwing throwing something. Uh, I could throw in an Eldrazi in here. That's how it goes. Like I said before, I kept Jor Kadeen just because the Metalcraft I feel like would trigger a lot. So I feel like I probably should. Um, Angel of the Ruins I kept in. I switched it out for the full as opposed to had the full art one. I like to be my cardboard. Sorcery, not too. Faithless Looting, that was always good. Discovery, Route. It's a 5 mana board wipe, or it can be a 7 mana board wipe at whichever one. Um, I feel like you would never use 7 cost version, but why no? Cleansing Nova, another board wipe, cast. Return all artifact cards from your card to the battlefield. That seems like super fucking good. Secret Rendezvous, I feel like isn't super great, but it is card draw in white. Change action, almost beat. And reconstruct his. Um, I've seen this before. Limited. I haven't played too much Lorehold limited, but you get to return stuff. So and then our instant, our basic. I don't think I did any. I don't know if I took any, but got Boros Charm, Return to Dust, Catch, Dispatch. Turn to Dust, Boros Charm, Darksteel, and Monologue. Which this one could be good. This one is whenever we cast our second spell each turn, treasure token, which is more mana ramp. So it could be good. And then the one planeswalker that came in the reconstructed deck was the Ready Rap Rap Savant. A red walker. Comes in with 3 loyalty. His +2, it discard up to 2 cards to draw that many cards. So it's eluding ability, which could be good. And -2 is sacrifice an artifact. If you do, return target artifact. Turn target artifact card from your graveyard to your battlefield. Could be good again, like I said. If you have like a treasure token, sack the treasure token, get something for free. And it's -10. You get an emblem with whenever an artifact put into your graveyard from the battlefield. Turn that card to the battlefield as so. His -10 is good because you keep getting artifacts back. Destroyed. The only like thing is that this -10 kind of conflicts with Oscar's ability because this -10 isn't so you don't even get the choice to be like, oh, I do not want to return. Comes back. So I think this deck pretty seems pretty good. I like the way it was kind of looking when I was building it stuff. Um, there are a lot of artifacts in here, so I'm not. This isn't one of my typical decks. I typically run or play decks that are kind of like artifact based. I don't know if that's. I'm just decks like these are not something that I generally play. I generally play. I have big creatures. I'm gonna swing on a which this deck doesn't really do that. I mean, it has the potential to do. I think some cases, but there is also this really isn't that kind of deck. Kind of feel like you win value, and then at some point you can do something with it. But that's okay. Not too bad. Um, and yeah, I don't really got much else to say about this. Um, I haven't, and again, I haven't play tested any of the 5 Precon decks that I've upgraded. Just because I haven't had someone to play with, and I haven't really had time to go try to find people to play with. But they are definitely decks that I do want to try out against other people. Obviously, like not super competitive ones, but in the same kind of power level. I know the um has people like playing games all the time. That is something I could kind of look into. At the same time, I guess they changed the way they do it, and now like you can only sign up for one, which is a little like I, when I joined their Discord, it was a free one. But I guess just because it's been getting bigger and it does take money, does take a lot of resources. Get this keep the server running and stuff. So the $5, it's like $5 a month. Lets you um I think that's perfectly reasonable. Um, no, maybe in a little like maybe not like right away, but definitely at some point I do probably that so I can play Commander again. I haven't really been playing Commander at all. Um, a good run of it, maybe like no, but like 4 or 5 months ago, but I kind of stopped. And with Commander 21 coming out, I did want to playing a little bit more. I do wanna actually try these out. But either way, guys, I don't. It really wasn't too much on the other end because I know the other one, other deck up, precon upgrade I was doing. I had there were some cards I was like, oh, I considered putting this in, or I maybe thought about this. I I had it kind of thing. For this deck, really wasn't too much that I really considered putting in, other than like the list that the command zone had thought up. But like other than that, I couldn't really think of like too many cards that I was like, oh yeah, I think I wanna maybe put that in. Um, and I think it's because I kind of like upgraded the deck, but I didn't really know what I was much. So I think maybe if I can play it a bit, kind of figure out, oh, here's how I think the deck can be optimized, or here's what I think direction that I wanted to go and go in. So, but that'll be later down the line. Um, and for all I know, I could just mantling decks within the next few ever and building new decks with the command. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this one seemed forward. There really wasn't too much I really wanted to put in, other than like Embercleave and the Dragon and some of the lands to help with the you know. Yeah, guys, this was a pretty short video. I think the next two are gonna be well. There really wasn't much that I wanted to do. Kind of wanted to show them off really quick. Kind of show off the new cards I put in, list off the ones I out. Kind of my decision, or kind of why I put the cards I put. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys tomorrow in our next video where we going over the Silver Quill. So have a good night. Have a good day, everyone. Stay safe. I'll catch you tomorrow.